Friends, my name is Julius. I'm from Hyannis. I'll be as brief as I can. I waited a couple hours, so I won't sit here for a half hour, but I do have some very important things to say to all of you. I guess I would start by saying that, the word elected has a link to it. The link to the word elected is accountability. And right now in this town, there's none. Our current town charter is a joke. There's no accountability in this form of government because we have an appointed person at the top. If you think that the people in this community have any say, you're dead wrong. I live in Hyannis, Precinct 13. I have 1/13 of a vote like everybody else in this town, okay? And that's it. So when I vote for my counselor, it's 1/13. Let me share something with all government and want to change. They overwhelmingly voted to create a charter commission and elected 9 diverse commissioners. 2 of the main complaints heard by the commission were the lack of accountability in the current system to the citizens, the need for separation of powers between the executive branch and the legislative branch. Ladies and gentlemen, most of the people in this town want an elected mayor. That's what I want. I collected somewhere in the neighborhood of 3,000 of those 7,000 signatures. I stood in front of post offices in the rain, the snow, the heat, you name it. And I talked to a lot of people. I might suggest that in the coming few weeks, some of you go stand in front of a local post office and ask some of the people in this community what they think about this joke of a charter, this joke of a form of government. Now I'll end with this. The mayor-council government is based on the theory of separation of powers similar to that embodied in our federal and state systems of government. We, the people, do elect the President of the United States as well as Congress. We, the people of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, elect representatives to the General Court and the Governor. In many states, the people also elect the judicial branch. A charter that forces voters to vote only for the legislative branch means that the town is a one-dimensional government, or an oligarchy where the power is behind the scenes. Many voters here want open government. We sure as heck don't have that right now. It's obvious that the Charter Commission's end product will contain a provision enabling the electorate to vote for the president of the town council. But that still makes the executive branch proprietary to the council. Many voters don't want a city manager who is owned by the council. And right now I would tell you that in this form of government where we have an appointed town manager, all he or she, if we had one, needs to do is stay friends with 7 of those councilors. So in effect, who really is running the town right now? Because you know what? I've been coming here for 3 years, and I'm still trying to figure it out. Many voters want a chief executive who is beholden to the people. Don't worry, I'm almost done. The biggest change is a more informed electorate due to instant mass communication, including newspapers and, yes, blogs. A strong mayor government is more accountable to the people. The mayor form is most prominent form of government in larger cities. Mayoral governments get more voter turnout. Just a couple stats for you. In 2005, 41% of people turned out to vote for a mayor in Agawam. Beverly, 45% turnout. Fall River has a mayor, 55%. I'm hoping that you guys will take a better look at Newton, which I have looked at, and Newton is a very well-run town. Mayoral governments typically allow veto power that can be overruled by a 2/3 vote of the city council. Mayoral governments feature checks and balances whereby policies are fully aired in public. Mayors have agenda-setting power. A mayoral government does not preclude the hiring of public administration MBAs to serve as aides. Over 80% of all cities, mayor and manager, in a recent survey reported that having a chief appointed official like a city manager. This means that many mayoral council cities have a city manager like chief administrative officer who answers to the mayor or council. In the other cities, the mayor administers the day-to-day operations of the government. The mayor heads the executive branch. The city council is the legislative body, automatically creating a system of checks and balances. I could read a little more, but it's late. I don't want to bore you. But as I said, and I'm going to keep stressing this, right now there are no checks and balances in this town. This town is not being run and managed. We're the 5th wealthiest town in the state of Massachusetts. And you know what? This town is almost broke. And I spoke at that podium right over there last week. And I looked every one of the counselors in the eye and I said, please don't insult me. Don't insult all of you, because you pay taxes here too. I don't want to hear right now that our town is in fiscal turmoil because of what's going on out in the local economy. Nobody, I shouldn't say nobody, but many people haven't spent the time I have here in the past 3 years talking about overspending, the wasteaholic spending. It's putrid. So I will leave you again. Obviously, you know my feelings. And again, I'm not speaking just for myself. I know one of you here mentioned one time that I was casting some other people's opinions. You're damn right I am, because I stood in that heat and talked to over 3,000 people, and they signed that charter petition because they want change the same way the people back in 2001 did. Mr. Poyant, I want to personally thank you. I do notice, and the last thing I'll tell you is, there was even one of those 9 charter commissioners who refused to sign this because when the dust settled back then, her heart wasn't there. She knew that something was wrong. Well, I hope when you sign your name on this dotted line that you do what the people here have hired you to do. That's accountability and change. Thank you very much.